The bubbles are a big deal for me. What the heck? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel today. So this video is one that I've not really done anything like this in a wee while. It is basically another review kind of video of a bottle of bubbles. So if you follow me on Instagram, you might remember a while ago I did two kind of mini reviews of some non-alcoholic bubbles. So I did No Secco and I did the other one, I think it's pronounced like Freshenet. And I'm going to be honest, I probably was quite harsh. I didn't give them very good scores. I didn't really get on with either of them that well. As we know, I absolutely love champagne. Champagne is my go-to drink. So recently I have been trying some other bubbles to try and find one that maybe is as close to champagne as possible. And I do know it's unlikely that we're going to get anything to be like a champagne, but I just thought it might be quite fun to do a very simple little video just reviewing this bottle here. So this is the bottle that I am tasting today. So if you are new to my channel, thank you for joining me today. My name is Lesley. My channel is a mixture of fashion, lifestyle, and sometimes kind of review videos or unboxing. It's a bit of a mixture, but it's all, I would say, along the lines of quite kind of like girly, feminine style, and lots of pink. So, so anyway, this is the bottle here. I will talk a little bit about it and then I'm gonna pop it and then we will have a wee taste. So the brand is Belle and Co, and I bought this from Amazon. It was £3, which I thought was a really good price. I think when you're used to even, you know, Prosecco can be like £10. Champagne is obviously the cheapest ones you can get are maybe like around like £12, but typically you're talking 20, 30, 40 pounds. So £3 seemed a really good deal to me. So as I said, I just bought it from Amazon. They do another one that is not a rosy version. This is the rosy version. So you can kind of see it's got the pink detailing and I quite liked the idea of the pink one. So it is completely 0%. It is not, you know, some of them are quite low alcohol. This one is 0. So I believe it should be safer if you're pregnant or anything along those lines. It is 0 alcohol. Obviously, do check before you try it, but yeah, I just wanted to mention that. So I'm going to just give you a wee bit more information about what it's made from. So just reading from the back here, it is a non-alcoholic drink combining fermented grape juice blended with premium green tea. And if you're interested, the calories, just because I think it's interesting to compare, a standard glass of champagne or Prosecco, I believe, is around about 90 to 100 calories for 125ml. This is 28, so saving some calories there if you wanted to have a non-alcoholic glass of bubbles. Not that I am suggesting you should in any way calorie count or anything like that, it's just in case you're interested. So I will just go ahead and open the bottle. This is the glass that I'm going to use today. If you've watched any of my earlier videos on drinks, this is the champagne glass that I had started using. So it is, now it's not Rydell, I don't know how you say it, but it's the company, it looks like Rydell. So I will go ahead and open the bottle. So in this video, I guess what I'm kind of looking for is just ways that maybe this is similar to a champagne or Prosecco and then ways that it's not. And I am going to be completely honest. I wouldn't say that I liked it if I didn't, and you know I was harsh about the No Secco. I think I gave it a 2 out of 10. In reflection, maybe that was a little bit harsh. The other thing I want to say, I am in no way a qualified taster, analysis of this type of thing. I don't have any wine qualifications, so it's just my average person's opinion. But I do like glasses of bubbles. Obviously this is a Bubble Diaries, so yeah, I hope that my thoughts on it are not just completely wrong. But yeah, so I'm just about to pop the bottle, so I feel like this is the first test. Does this feel that celebratory, woo, poppin' bottles kind of vibe? Here we go. Any second now. Okay, I actually can't get the cork out. The heck? honestly not budging at all, but I'm kind of scared it's just going to rock it out because that did happen in a video before. That was honestly exhausting. I obviously paused the filming, it's taken me that long. My hand probably red from trying to get the lid off. Oh my god, that was like a workout. Although I should say this is not in any way, what's the word? Reflective of this bottle, because I've tried their other one and it didn't do that. So it might have been the way it was in the fridge or something. So yeah, that's not part of the review. Okay, so it gave us a nice pop there. Definitely had that party feel, I think. So I'm gonna hold the glass like this and see if we can tip it in. I mean, that looks gorgeous. So I will say I'm using this glass because this is the ones that I used for doing any sort of tasting videos, because it has the shape that is best for kind of both nosing the champagnes, but also this sort of wider section down the bottom is not like the flute where the flavours are not getting a chance to truly sort of collect and come out the top. So this helps both give the flavour space at the bottom and then kind of concentrates them up the top. So the only thing about this glass is I don't feel like it shows the bubbles as well. So what I maybe do is pop a little bit in my other glass, which I've got over there, just so we can see the bubbles at one point as well. So I feel like it looks great. I feel like it looks very elegant and fun. I like the colour. The nose, it's quite sweet, it's quite fruity. One thing that I was not a fan of with the other drinks that I tried was if it's too sweet. I don't really like sweet wine. I like the champagne, really bready taste. Those kind of notes are definitely my favourite, and I'm in no way expecting to get that from any of these drinks because I know that's not really going to be possible to replicate. But I'm looking for it to not be as sweet and, you know, tasting like a dessert wine kind of thing. I want it to still have maybe some dryness. So whilst it does smell quite sweet, it's not too overpowering. Okay, here we go for a sip. Okay, I would say the fizz level is really good. It's really bubbly. When I'm first tasting it, it's definitely fizzy on the tongue and giving those wee bursts of bubbles, which I love about champagne and Prosecco. So I think, do you know what, it's so difficult. I would absolutely love to know, say if you gave this to say like 100 people, mixed it in with other champagnes and Proseccos, would they be able to tell there was no alcohol? Because I'm inclined to think, I don't know if I would 100% know. I wouldn't think it was a champagne, I will say that, and I think one of the reasons I love champagne so much is because it's so distinct and I just love that taste that comes from it. I wouldn't have thought this was a champagne. But I think, I mean, I don't know, but I feel like you could mistake this for a Prosecco. It almost does have an alcohol kind of smell to it, but I don't know whether that's the fermented grape juice, so it's... I think, so I have tried the Brut, the not rosy version of this, and I will say I think the rosy version is better, and that's one of the reasons I decided to review the pink one, because I preferred it. So honestly, I feel like this is entirely drinkable. Like, which I'm not meaning to sound harsh by saying that. I honestly think having it in an elegant glass and mindfully sipping it, you can believe that it is something that it's not. I'm honestly really impressed. I think I'm trying to describe the flavours, but as I've said, I'm not amazing with flavour profiles. I think there is a little hint of something that's kind of like something fruity, maybe like slightly strawberry-esque, but it's not, it's honestly not overly sweet. I would say if I was to be critical, it's missing the complexity that you get with wines or with champagnes, where there's flavours that develop. And again, I'm not amazing at actually detecting them, but I can recognise that a champagne leaves you with a bit of a taste, whereas I would say it's disappearing quite quickly. So it's more like, I don't want to say it's like a juice, but it's more towards a juice than obviously actual alcohol. So it's maybe not got the complexity. But overall, I am really happy with this, and I honestly think you could sit and have a couple of glasses of these and feel just as special if you were celebrating, if you're having this. I bet you could serve this and some people wouldn't be able to tell, particularly if they've already had a couple. Just to be very thorough with my review today, I'm going to just pop a little bit in a flute as well, just to kind of look at the bubble level, as the bubbles are a big deal for me. So I'm going to just do the same thing again. Hopefully that's in focus. I'm sorry about the ring light, but okay. So I don't know if you can see that there, but there is a stream of bubbles going up the glass. You can actually see them bouncing out the top. It doesn't look as, do I want to say uniform, as with champagne you get like this really obvious stream kind of coming from the bottom of the glass. It's not really doing that. Let's do a wee taste test in here. But it definitely has that fizziness when you taste it. I do wonder whether, I've obviously had the bottle open for a wee while now, whether that can affect things, like maybe it loses its bubbles quicker than some of the, the alcoholic versions. It's probably, if I'm going to be critical, it's probably losing its bubbles in the glass faster than Prosecco or Champagne. Although, sometimes that can happen with either of the other two as well, like even in the glass it starts to go flat quite quickly. So I'm just going to kind of finish this review by giving an overview of what I think. I think it looks great, the colour's lovely, I think the pop of the bottle, all of that adds to the experience. If you're trying to replicate having Champagne or Prosecco without the alcohol, I think it ticked all of those boxes. I think the flavour is definitely better than I've had with other ones. It's not sickly sweet, it's not too almost syrupy tasting, like it doesn't have that kind of flavour. It's never going to be exactly like a Prosecco or Champagne, and that's the thing. I think we always need to be mindful of trying these sorts of things. They're not going to be able to replicate it, but I think this is a really good alternative. I genuinely believe you could trick people. Not that I would do this, but I genuinely think if you tested people, did a blind tasting, I think the percent of people would not know. If they didn't know they were looking for one with no alcohol, if they were just to score them. So it is definitely a positive review from me today, which might surprise you because I was very harsh about the other ones. Anyway, I think that's kind of all I was going to say about the bottle. So I picked it up on Amazon. I don't know if there are other stockists, other supermarkets. I'll obviously link it down below if anyone is interested. I can link the other version of it as well in case you're not so much of a fan of a rosy drink. But I think what is so good about this is that you are getting that experience of having alcohol, but it is 0%. So overall, I'm very happy. So I'm going to give a numerical score, since I gave the other ones like I think 1 and 2 out of 10. I will give this, I think based on the fact in its category, so if it was to compare to a champagne, that would maybe be different, but in its category, I'm going to give it, I think, a 7. Yeah, I think a 7. So that is kind of me reaching the end of today's video. I know it's not really been that long, but do let me know if you enjoyed this little video. It's quite fun to do them every now and again. And let me know if you have tried this or if you're considering trying it. I mean, £3 I think is a very good price. That's the other thing, it's price point. It is at least half the price of a bottle of Prosecco and a tenth of the price of a bottle of champagne. So I'm not quite sure what my next few videos will be coming up on this channel. I'm off to Edinburgh this weekend, so I might vlog the trip, so that'll maybe be a next video. and I am definitely going to be doing a wardrobe clear out. So I'm thinking of doing a kind of clear out my wardrobe, listing some things on Depop. And I have actually created a Vinted account now, which I'm gonna link down below as well, because that was mentioned in my last video. So yes, and then I will probably move into some Christmassy content, so lots to look forward to. But thank you so much for watching today. It was lovely to spend this time with you. Let me know what you thought. Give the video a thumbs up if you fancied, and if you liked the style of this video, please subscribe, and I will see you all next Thursday at 7 o'clock. Bye!